Hey everybody, it's 19th in the evening, Friday at 5:30. We're out for our second walk since being back from Laos or Thailand. I can't believe how sore I am. Just not really sore, but definitely have not been doing much of exercising in a couple weeks, even just walking. It's really nice to be out. The weather's cool. I had good news when I went back to the house. I was, I've been delaying paying my my insurance for next year for us until next year, until the last week of December, just to delay that payment as long as possible, because I'm gonna have to make sure the money's in the bank at the end of next month. And fortunately, I got an email from the agent, saying, he can save me 10% if we make the insurance effective the 31st of December rather than the 1st of January. So there must be a quota or something that happens. Premiums must change. So I'm saving 10% just by making the package or premium insurance effective December 31st by one day. So I'm glad I waited. It was really good. And the other thing was I applied for a visa. A visa was Chase Preferred Sapphire. It's $95 a year. And I'm surprised I'm still waiting for the reply to my application. My FICO score is 850. So, and I've never had debt except the house that was paid off 5 years ago, or a rental that I had that I sold 4 or 5 years ago. So I have no debt. I've never carried debt. I've never had debt, and I've always paid off my credit cards on a monthly basis. So I'm a really good candidate for it. I'm surprised it's taken this long, especially because I'm applying for an annual fee. But the bonuses are really good, and I like the flexibility around the travel, because right now I primarily use my Delta Sky Miles Visa, American Express card, and I don't want to be tied to one airline, and I don't want to, and the American Express is not really good overseas, especially in Asia. So hopefully we'll get news on that soon, so I can use that new card to meet the $4,000 minimum that I need to spend within the first 3 months to get the 75,000 extra rewards, etc. So I would expect that today, and hopefully that will come through. But yeah, that was the good news I had when I went back. We're out for a walk now. We're coming up on the main part of the road. So you see this road in the middle, this sectioned off road in the middle of the main road. This goes all the way through the city. This is what they were working on back in when we were here almost all year. Back in July, everything was dug up, traffic was jammed because of the construction of that middle section. So basically, though, it's an electric bus system. You can see the station up there, one of the stations up there. I've been here for 2 weeks, or no, a week and 1 day, and yesterday was the first time that I actually saw a bus, an electric bus, go through there and completely empty. Dot tells me it's a failure. Nobody's riding the bus system. Nobody's riding the buses. And I'm like, when I saw this being done back in July, I'm like, I would really be shocked if that worked at all. I mean, it's just the system, the city is not really set up for something like that. Bangkok, it is. But the people are not used to that kind of thing here. There are buses, but not to this extent. Not to go into the city and out of the city. They're more for going to larger sections of around the city, or going to the border, or going to going to out to provinces. But this public transportation within the city, you know, because you look at that one station up there, even if people got off, used it, how far they would have to walk. Vientiane is very sparse. So people are very spread out, and it's just not convenient at all. So I said, I predicted that back in July. I'm like, I cannot see this working. And like we saw yesterday, the buses the only bus I saw didn't even stop at the station. We've passed multiple stations multiple times, and there's no one waiting. There's no one on the bus that we did see. And even, you know, people would still have to walk probably a very far distance just to get home. So I think this is going to be a big financial flop for them. You know, and they probably didn't do any, if at all, very little public announcement to sensitize people to what it is, how it works, and how people can benefit from it. Because people won't use it if they can't benefit from it. And Lao, they're used to riding motorbikes. They're not used to going on buses like that, not to going in and out of the city. Motorbikes are very convenient, very cheap, accessible, and everybody has them. So yeah, well, it's a shame to see that happen. My prediction is, unless they do a mass education to the people or improve to really show people how they'll benefit. If you don't show people how they'll benefit, they won't use it. They're going to end up opening the roads back up, which is, I would bet, not very long until they do so. Because now, you know, you just created more traffic jam with the traffic, because there's less road for people to use. So yeah, that's kind of unfortunate, but it didn't take much to think that through. And it was a nice idea, electric buses to try and environmentally, but I think that's what a lot of the environmental projects are. They end up being duds. They cost more money to run than you're actually saving, you know, and it's a huge inconvenience. And unless you have money to throw at it, you know, these people aren't going to do that. They're going to stick to the tried and true and do what's most beneficial and convenient for themselves. So anyway, those are some thoughts of today. Yeah, I'm grateful. This is a Friday. Can't believe it's a week and 1 day now since I've been back. I was just talking to Da about how much better I'm sleeping. The stress is much less. I'm actually having conversations with her, and I'm not thinking about work. I'm waking up and I'm not thinking about work. I don't even have to wake up if I don't want to. I go to bed and I'm not thinking about anything with work. It's more of my own personal problems and questions and personal life. It's really nice to be able to focus on myself and my family now and get away from the work. I just wrote my colleague who succeeded me in the job, and he said, I just asked him for a couple updates on some of the budgets, donors, and pending issues, and everything's the same. There's no change. Nothing's been resolved. They have no clarity on any of the donors, and it's already the 20th of December. And he said, you know, the one donor is a total nightmare. He's spending his whole day with one small donor, and they're even cutting the funding next year. So I have to say, I got some personal, not only some personal relief, but personal pleasure out of that. I mean, the leadership with the cuts and everything, they had no idea what they were doing. And I really think the worst is coming to them, especially next quarter, because I don't think they can manage it. Because they got rid of all the technical people. There's only three or four of us who were highly technical, high capacity, and now you're left with the people who don't have that capacity or skill, the skill level. So yeah, the only thing I'm glad about is I'm gone from it, and I don't want to be, I don't wish them bad, but I don't pity them. I think this is part of their own making, and I think none of them really understood. As much as I tried to tell them with the problems that are going to be coming, they thought they can handle it. But maybe they'll get through it, and I'll be surprised. But anyway, the best part of it is I don't need to deal with it anymore. All right, I'll wrap that up here. Take care, everybody. God bless. Take it slow.